Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. First of all, I just want to say sorry for disappearing for such a long time. This has honestly been the longest break I've ever taken from uploading, and it definitely wasn't planned. Life kind of piled up all at once, but I'm really hoping I can finally get back into a more consistent upload schedule again. Now, let's get into why I'm actually here today. Because Genshin Impact Version Luna 4 is almost here, and as expected from a Lantern Rite update, YAOYAO is going all out. There's a lot packed into this version, from major story developments to new characters, mechanics, regions, and quality of life changes. So in this video, I want to walk you through everything we know so far and give you a clear picture of what to expect once Luna 4 goes live. Luna 4 is scheduled to release on January 14th, assuming there are no delays. And right from the start, one of the biggest highlights is the continuation of the Archon quest. This time, things are getting intense because we'll finally be facing off against none other than Il Dottore, one of the most infamous Fatui harbingers. Not only is he heavily involved in the story, but it's also very likely that he'll become a new weekly boss, meaning new talent materials to farm and another challenging fight to add to our routine. Story-wise, this is huge, especially for anyone who's been following the Fatui and their long-term plans. Alongside the main story, Luna 4 also introduces a brand new region to explore. From what we've seen, this area will feature its own set of world quests, exploration rewards, and lore. Interestingly, we'll also be teaming up with Iluga during some of these quests, which gives us a bit of early exposure to his character before fully diving into his kit. Between Lantern Rite rewards and exploration alone, it looks like this update will be very generous in terms of primogems and materials. And on top of that, the Traveler is finally getting something players have wanted for a long time: new outfits. Yes, for the first time ever, we're getting Traveler skins. And honestly, they look really solid. But what makes this even more exciting is that it's not just cosmetic. The Traveler is also receiving massive buffs across all elements. Each element now provides a passive stat bonus. Anemo gives 10% crit rate. Geo grants 20% defense, Electro provides 20% energy recharge. Dendro adds 60 elemental mastery, Hydro increases HP by 20%, Pyro boosts attack by 20%. And for the future Cryo Traveler, there's a 20% crit damage bonus planned. This is honestly a huge deal. These buffs alone make the Traveler far more viable across multiple team comps, especially for newer players. On top of that, there was a brief showcase hinting that Pyro Traveler may get an additional ability entirely, which could mean element-specific upgrades going forward. If YAOYAO commits to that idea, the Traveler could finally feel like a true main character in combat. Moving on, Luna 4 is also introducing two brand new artifact sets. The first one, Al-Badi of Morningstar and Moon, seems tailored toward off-field characters that focus on lunar reaction damage. Early impressions suggest this could be a strong option for COLUMBINA, but as always, we'll need to see the final numbers before calling it best in slot. The second set, A Day Carved from Rising Winds, appears to synergize well with Hexarai-based characters, potentially opening up new build paths and team variations. These sets alone could significantly shift the current meta. Now let's talk about characters, because Luna 4 is not holding back. We're getting 3 new characters, starting with the most anticipated one, COLUMBINA. She's essentially the Archon-like figure of this region, and her kit definitely reflects that level of importance. From the animations alone, she already stands out, including a unique running animation, which is always nice to see. Gameplay-wise, COLUMBINA introduces and enhances multiple lunar reactions, including Lunar Charged, Lunar Bloom, and an entirely new reaction called Lunar Crystallize. Her elemental skill builds gravitational energy before unleashing a lunar-based attack, while her elemental burst creates a massive lunar field that buffs lunar reaction damage and enhances their effects. All signs point to her being a core unit for lunar-focused teams, and honestly, she looks like a character that could shape team building for a long time. Interestingly, Geo is finally getting some long overdue love. With COLUMBINA or Zebai on the team, combining Hydro and Geo triggers Lunar Crystallize, which creates 3 moondrifts. After triggering enough Lunar Crystallize reactions, these moondrifts automatically attack enemies. It almost feels like a Geo version of Hyperbloom, which is wild considering how strong that reaction already is. Speaking of Geo, we're also getting a new 5-star Geo Sword user, Zibai. She's clearly designed as an on-field main DPS and gains additional buffs when paired with Geo and Hydro teammates. Her design alone already stands out, but her role as a modern Nodcray DPS suggests she'll scale well moving forward. Then we have Iluga, a new 4-star character who seems to specialize in supporting Lunar Crystallize and boosting Geo damage. What's especially impressive is that he appears to provide crit-related buffs in his base kit, which is something that's usually locked behind constellations for 4-star supports. This makes him an extremely attractive option, especially for Zibai teams. As for banners, Hoyoverse clearly knows what they're doing. The first half of Luna 4 features Columbina and Yennefer, which is a very deliberate pairing. The second half includes NEUVILLETTE and Zibai, with Iluga also featured. If you're aiming for both Columbina and Zibai, you'll definitely want to plan your Primogems carefully. Of course, it wouldn't be Lantern Rite without rewards. This version's Lantern Rite is especially interesting because it's being added to the event archive, meaning you can replay the story even if you miss it. This is a huge win for lore-focused players. We're also getting new costumes, including an adorable outfit for YAOYAO, which will likely be free, and a premium costume for NEUVILLETTE. As usual, Lantern Rite will allow players to select a free 4-star Liu character. Next up is Milliastral Wonderland, which is getting some major updates. It looks like we'll be able to import main game characters and even fight high-level enemies such as a level 150 Hydro Abyss Mage. This opens the door for some really creative and challenging custom content. There are still questions though, like whether we'll be using our own builds or preset versions of characters. Milliastral Wonderland is also introducing a new currency called Prismatic Crystals, which seems to let players support map creators by purchasing perks within their maps. Finally, we got a teaser for 5 upcoming characters, including what appear to be Lowen, Varka, and Nicole, which is already enough to get fans excited. So yeah, that's a full breakdown of everything coming in Genshin Impact Version Luna 4. There's a lot to look forward to, and honestly, this update feels massive. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited about. Once again, thank you for sticking around despite the long break. I really appreciate every single one of you. And hopefully, I'll be back to uploading regularly again. Thanks for watching.